Good morning, everyone, and a happy Saturday to you, my friends. Happy Saturday. How's everybody doing? I can see that Fantastic Sarcastic's already happy to see me. Hello, 40 Viking. How are you, my friend? Welcome to Saturday morning map making. I gotta be honest. Part of me was like, I really just want to play Crimson Desert. Like, I really just want to play Crimson Desert. Like, really bad. I kind of just want to do that just all day today and do almost nothing else. But, you know, the stone is stationary because we are gathering moss. Nice one, my friend. That was fantastic. That made me happy. Or did it? Alright. So, I was thinking about this, and, you know, honestly, like, I'm kind of looking at this, and I'm like, I really don't know what else we need. You know what I mean? Like maybe something down here in this corner to kind of fill it out a little bit. But I honestly, like, I'm not sure. I am not sure. Like, I'm not 100% sure about the floor here, right? And I haven't been sure about the floor since the inception of this map. Like, it's been kind of something that I've been not sure about for a little while. Could make it wood. It could be a wood floor. Let's see what that. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, if you guys are looking at this, right? And I'm seriously looking for suggestions here. Because this is not necessarily something that I will use in the future. This is something that, you know, those of you who've run games, and I know several of you out there have. If you're running a game and your party comes into some sort of like a club, right? What else would you expect to find in here? Music up for you guys. There we go. Because I'm looking here. I mean, I see a couple of blank spaces, and I understand that, like yeah, you want some empty space at certain points. And I'm fine with this being an empty space because this is supposed to draw your eyes to the center here, right? Yeah, I see a couple things I can do in the meantime. See what layer are we on? Come on. Why do I have to put this drink? What layer is this on? Oh, that's why. On the wrong layer. I like how they call these. These are green vases. Clever. Very, very clever. Get some za, maybe? Only here for a short time. Must disclose my secret alternative internet life to a girl as I explain the Florida trip without sounding like a loser over coffee. Hey, congratulations, dog. Congratulations on making contact with one of the female species. Just put a brisket in the smoker? Dog. Dog, now you're talking my language. How are you doing, Feline? Feline named Vijay. What's going on, my friend? Let's see, I could put... Let's see. Secret alternative life sounds way worse than it is. Working 2 jobs is the worst. Yeah, I can imagine, man. I can imagine. I've been lucky enough to not have had to work 2 jobs yet. Not gonna make any promises for the future, but as of right now, this blank space over on the right side is killing me. I'm not sure what to do with it. It's a second job for... I mean, yeah, it kind of is. I don't make any money, and I have to wake up for it, so... But it's self-imposed, you know. But what do they say? Whenever you own a business, you're in the red for a couple years before you're in the black. Not to talk too much inside baseball, but I've seen a little bit of a surge in subscribers here over the last week or two, and I am not unhappy about it. I'm not unhappy. So if any of you newbies, any of you new tavern goers are watching. Appreciate you guys. That's called a hobby. Well, when you do it every week, and you're on a schedule, and sometimes you don't want to do it, when there are things you'd rather be doing, is it a hobby? Not that I don't want to be here. I say that not to imply that I don't want to be here, because I do. But I ain't gonna lie to you, there's sometimes I've been on stream and I'm like, I could be doing something else. You have a side hustle on top of the other two jobs, but right now it's on hiatus. I see. I see. Yeah, I'm trying to brainstorm here, because I could call this good and just let it go. But like these two corners here bug me. Graduate school is like a job that you pay for instead of getting paid for. That's like an investment, man. That's right. Chat's job is to make sure that I do not want to be here. Thank you for reminding everybody of their duties. Fantastic. That's amazing. Six pack. A shotgun. Good morning, Sassy. How are you? It's these people like Sassy Witch that make me really want to be here. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I might put that together. A coffee mug that says your boy is tired. That's a good idea. Why? Because Sassy Witch, you're always so positive. Is there a billiards table? Nope. How is there not a pool table? There we are. That pool table don't fit there. Besides, it's a dance club. Ain't no pool tables in a dance club. Dag nabbit. I don't know what to put there, man. I do have the dag nabbit picture. Even though the work is hard, I'm blessed to be able to work. Though the case I had this last week was a waste of my time. And I have another client that won't stop bugging me. Man, ain't that the truth? The customer is always right, they said. That's what they tell you. You know what? I think what we're going to do, because as of right now, I'm kind of blanking on where to go from here, you know? So, I wonder, what kind of filters do we have? Sparks. Hazardous haze, vignette, hazardous haze, Where's the light? Okay. Why don't we do this? We're going to put that on there. But we're going to add another layer for lights, objects. Put all of those lights there, and I think I need to add some light textures to those. Wow. You know, I gotta be honest with you. I feel as though just tweaking the lighting a little bit has added so much more character to this. What's up, history? We're still going on with this the Cyberpunk Dance Club here. I think I'm having a little bit of trouble with these two corners here because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with them. So right now I'm kind of just like messing around with the light. There were pool tables in the ones you went to, second floor. Yeah, this is the dance floor. Kinda. Let's see. The customer is always right in matters of taste is the full quote. They are not the arbiter of... Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that second part of the quote. The corners that need something are the top and bottom right. I feel as though they need something, but given that the customer is right in matters of taste, what do you guys think? This is a decent looking map. Oh, that's very sweet. You're designing a level map for your game which will feature the Emperor Nero singing while Rome burns. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds like a grand old time. Which, by the way, I don't know if I... Yeah, I told you I played your game, didn't I? Yeah, I think I told you that. Unless it's a different one you're talking about. How about a hollow projector for an atmosphere dancer? This is a distinct job that is not a stripper truster. Well, see, here's the thing. I'm limited by what assets I have. And, like, the closest I have to that is these guys. And they're basically, these are hologram advertisements for an armory shop. I just put them on the stage as part of the stage show. The corners aren't missing anything unless it's a second level looking down. That could be interesting. The customer's always right in their eyes. Well, yeah, exactly. If there's a second floor balcony, you may want to add support columns to fill the empty space. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, see, that could work, because all I got to do is just put them... They're just little objects to hide behind. For if there's a gunfight in here. And they don't have to be anything special. But they're just columns. Is that good? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then you're gonna be like, oh, well, there's a balcony on the second floor. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Add a little bit more cover. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I saw something. There we go. Why can I not move these to the dance floor? That makes no sense. Okay. I gotta get rid of them and place them down again because I want to move layers. Oh, that's why, because I'm an idiot. That's, oh, God. Yeah, get rid of these. I don't need these. Ah, yes. Yes. Let's see. Make sure in the description they are covered with screens for ads. Add more ads and more ads. And the screens shatter dramatically in a gunfight. I like that. I like that a lot. Colbert co-writing the Lord of the Rings movie. Thoughts? I was actually thinking about this because the GCA was on Wednesday while we were on doing Sanguine Destiny, and I know they talked about it on a couple other shows too. I will say this: I don't think he's the worst. Simply put, he's not the worst person that could be writing it. Because, I mean, regardless of whether or not I think he's funny, because I don't, not anymore anyway. And I really don't know if I would say that he is ideologically captured, because he's been very much a like, I don't think his political views necessarily have changed since he was doing the Colbert Report, several years ago. But he wasn't, I don't think he was quite so dogmatic about it. And the reason I bring that up is this. 15 years ago, I would have been cool with it because I wouldn't think that he would be one to insert any sort of messaging into the plot. Now, I don't know. What I do know is that I do know that he loves the material. Like, that's obvious. Like, he knows the nitty-gritty lore, right? And like I said, 10 years ago, I think he would have stuck with that. Now, I'm not 100% sure if he would insert his own messaging into it or not. But let's see. Colbert has a low bar to get over after Rings of Power. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But I am going to be exceptionally harsh on anything that comes out from here on as it pertains to Lord of the Rings. I will give no quarter. Colbert nepoing his son to also write the movie is the bigger problem in the news. Oh, see, I didn't know about that. His son is helping him write it? Why? Does his son even like Lord of the Rings? I don't know anything about his son. I know there was another person who was in the credits who doesn't have Colbert's name, unless Colbert's a made-up name, which it very well could be. It's like Ethan Tremblay. Shout out if you know what movie I'm referencing. God. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm going to be really harsh on anything that comes out with the Lord of the Rings name on it. Plain and simple. Due date. Yes. Congratulations, Huck. You win a gold star. This is the guy who did the song and dance number for the vaccine on his, quote, comedy show. Yeah. That movie was Modern Trains, Planes, Automobiles. Is that... Oh, you know what? Does it... Do I lose points if I tell you guys I haven't seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? His son has one credit on IMDb, a production assistant on a cartoon Colbert did a few years ago. Like... I understand you wanting to give your kids a shot, right? I get that. But given that this has been given the reputation that the Lord of the Rings has, and that Peter Jackson, I'm afraid, is about to tarnish, wouldn't you want, even if you want to give your kid a shot, wouldn't you want him to like prove himself before you take on something as monumental, as Leviathan, as behemoth a property as the Lord of the Rings? And not only that, like, it's not even... It's very strange, the idea that they have for these movies. So I don't hate it. So anybody who knows what happened in the books, if you've read the books, there's several chapters in the Fellowship that they skipped over, particularly as they pertain to the Barrow Downs and Tom Bombadil, and that's what he wants to make a movie over. But the way that they're framing it is Sam's daughter, Eleanor, comes across, I guess, a portion that Sam had written. And then goes and retraces his steps or something. I don't know how they're going to get it to work, honestly. I don't know, because so far as I understand, I don't know if Tolkien ever actually ever clarified this. The Barrow Downs, with the death of the Witch King and Sauron, I don't know that the Barrow Downs are really still that much of an issue. Probably still a creepy place, but are the Barrow Wights still even there? I don't know. It could be a movie with a series of flashbacks, but in that case, how do you account for the aging of the actors? Elijah Wood, I mean, how old is Sean Astin? I mean, he's in his 50s at this point, right? Got to run for the Pie Man's game. Have a great day. Later, history. You think Colbert cast himself as Tom Bombadil? I hope not. Honestly, I don't know who could play Tom Bombadil. I have no idea. No earthly idea. I don't think anybody could play Tom Bombadil. Somebody who's trained in musical theater. Maybe Hugh Jackman. Maybe. Lord of the Rings is just trademark now that they will milk for all it's worth. I've stopped expecting decent adaptations from my favorite books. That said, the Dune movies are so good. Yeah, I think... And yeah, I think the Barrow Wights would still be an issue. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. They might. I genuinely, I don't know. Josh Gad? No. No. I mean, maybe, but no. I can't see that. I can't see... No. Because Josh Gad is kind of like... He's got this high-pitched voice, and he's kind of fruity, and... no. I'm thinking... It's got to be... In my opinion, it's got to be somebody who's... Like, they can laugh with their belly. And make it convincing, you know. Would rather have Vin Diesel. That said, I think Josh Gad is a big fan of Lord of the Rings, but I cannot envision Josh Gad as Tom Bombadil. It's got to be somebody with, I think, a deeper voice, somebody who's commanding, but also can be lighthearted. And honestly, now that I thought about Hugh Jackman, I can't get Hugh Jackman out of my head for the part. I don't know though. God, I need to turn the heat up. Hold on. It's cold up in here. David Harbour? Maybe David Harbour, but I gotta say, I haven't really seen him in enough to know whether he would be good for that part or not. Maybe. David Harbour's got kind of the build that I would expect on a Tom Bombadil, like, you know, kind of a bigger... I don't know, though. I don't know if I would necessarily think of Tom Bombadil as an opposing figure. Really, his power is in his voice, so I would expect his voice to be the more commanding portion of his presence. But he himself, I would expect to be just like... I mean, it's like the drawings, you know, average guy... A little bit of a belly, you know, jolly. Kind of like a, I mean, he's like Santa Claus, right? Hmm. 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 Yeah, DH isn't a terrible choice. Yeah. I'm trying to think of somebody else that might do it. He'd be somebody that oh man, yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't think he would be too terribly old, maybe in his 40s. Maybe 50s. 50s I think is about as old as I would go. Hey you. Yeah, now I'm gonna rack my brain about this all day now. Russell Crowe. John Goodman? Nah, not John Goodman. John Goodman got like thin, and now he's got like the, what do you call this? The rooster beard or whatever. But you could hide that behind the big beard that Tom Bombadil would inevitably have. Hmm. You're available? That was a quick coffee, dude. The Ozempic got Goodman. Yeah, no kidding. If they had Bombadil, they would go down the Netflix route and choose Elba. Look, here's the thing. I think Idris Elba is such a good actor. Like, he is amazing. I wasn't, even when they said that they were thinking about him being James Bond, I wasn't opposed to it. Now, I'm not a Bond mega fan. I think he would be a good Bond. Well, like 10 years ago, when he was a little bit younger. But, like, I don't know. For the role of Tom Bombadil. Is that what you're talking about? Fantastic. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Is Tom Bombadil. I just don't know. I don't know how they could do it and give Tom Bombadil, like, he was whimsical in the book, but he also, like, I don't know how you could portray that on screen. I really don't. I don't know if you can. Hello, Darth Dave. Lizzo would be Tom and Goldberry. That's funny. Oh, I see what you're saying. Fantastic. Yeah, you'd be actually fantastic. You'd be my first choice. You know what's funny? Somebody like Kaio Zaber. He's not here right now, I don't think, but I could see somebody like Kaio playing Tom Bombadil. Kaio or Chris with a Dagger. Yeah, stern dad type that plays pranks. Yeah. Ooh, and who would play Goldberry? That's an interesting question too. Goldberry. I mean, I feel like Goldberry would be a little bit easier to cast because she's very much a support character for Tom Bombadil, but she's still got to have that like that ethereal air to her. No, don't not Sydney Sweeney because her boobs would be too distracting. Yeah, definitely Chris. Yeah. I don't watch enough movies anymore to know who's like popular now. Honestly, like, and the movies that I have seen, a lot of the actresses on them seem so manufactured. You know who I would cast you as? Fantastic. I would cast you as Farmer Maggot. Which, in the books, Farmer Maggot is a very, very helpful man. Elizabeth Banks. Yeah. She was good in Zack and Miri Make a Porno, but that was also almost 20 years ago at this point. Let's see. What is you know what, I'm curious as to what the large language model, our AI overlords, think. Let's ask ChatGPT who it thinks would be a good fit. What actor and actress would be good for playing Tom Bombadil and Goldberry in a live action adaptation? Of their chapters in the Fellowship of the Ring. For Tom Bombadil, you need someone who can feel ancient, whimsical, unpredictable, and totally unbothered by danger, but without turning him into a joke. See, this is amalgamation of all of the chatter online. That's what everybody says. A lot of actors could do funny, but the Bombadil needs mythic weirdness underneath of it. Great picks for Tom Bombadil. Brendan Gleeson. I am not here. Let me I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna open up another window here. And we're gonna look at this together because why not? Okay. So the first one it says is Brendan Gleeson. Oh, okay. Actually, that's not the worst. Casting call and no longer map. Yeah, we got off on a tangent. Yeah, it's a It's a serious subject, Huck. It's a serious subject. Super tall Aussie chick that played the Golden Girl on Guardians 2. Oh! Emily Blunt, maybe? For Goldberry? Maybe. Maybe. I could potentially see that. Did you guys see Edge of Tomorrow? Woohoo. Ooh, doggy. See. Oh, you know what? All right, we'll get to that. We'll get to that because it actually said something that I am kind of surprised. Mark Addy could do it, but not be seen as just Bobby B. I'm not sure who Mark Addy is. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. When you say Bobby B, I'm like, oh, who's that? Yeah, Robert Baratheon. Yeah. I mean, I could see him. Mark Rylance. Oh, come on. Why are we being so slow here? I'm not familiar with Mark Rylance. Yeah, I don't think he really has the look. Brian Blessed. Blessed? He, so according to ChatGPT, almost too perfect. Huge voice, booming joy, and mythic energy. Born October 9th of 1936? He's 87. ChatGPT, what are you thinking? And the fourth pick. You guys are never going to guess. David Harbour. ChatGPT agrees. Bill Buttlicker, what kind of name is that? If Peter Dinklage could play a hobbit. Everybody knows that if Peter Dinklage was in that movie, there would be no other hobbits. Because he pulled the ladder up from behind him. Yeah, David Harbour might be a good one. What does it say about David Harbour? A more grounded, modern choice, but he has the size and charisma to pull off cheerful but unstoppable. So, doesn't have the best argument for David Harbour. Probably the best pick out of all of these is Brendan Gleeson, I would say. Mark Addy, I think, is probably a good choice, too. And let's see what it says about Goldberry. Eva Green. I think Eva Green 15 years ago. But I think Goldberry is blonde. I don't know how she would look blonde. She's got this very much like she's very much a raven-haired thing. Yeah. Ethereal, intense, and magical. She leaned more into the mysterious Fae Queen rather than gentle river daughter, but it could work beautifully. Rosamund Pike. Again, I think probably a little bit, but yeah, another choice that I could see 15 years ago. What does it say about her? Calm, luminous, and regal, she has the soft intensity that fits Tolkien's tone well. Peter Dinklage plays all the hobbits. Wait, Black Snape can be Tom. I mean, maybe. Oh, guess what? Anya Taylor-Joy. I am not sold. I don't know, man. Like, I can see it, but I can't. Like, she's got these big eyes that maybe I could see, but I just don't know. I don't know. And the problem is here is that what you'd want to do. Rebecca Ferguson is the other one. Again, sure, 15 years ago. Rebel Wilson. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think ChatGPT's kind of off on this one. Yeah, I think ChatGPT is off, man. DJ Khaled. The actress who played Luna Lovegood. Ivana Lynch. Maybe. Maybe. I think she might be about the right age. Ooh, you know what? Dude, Sam Jackson in like spinoff? Totally down for that. There was a time that I would say that Emma Stone could do it if it wasn't for her voice. And maybe Emma Stone could still do it. Bella Ramsey, maybe. Boo, the clanker failed us. Now Sam Jackson as the Blues Wizards. Made a deal with Sauron. Sold their soul. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some recent movies that I've seen that actually I was like, wow, they're good. Wait a minute. What is that chick's name? I don't know. Her face might be a little bit too round. Gosh, what is her name? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Florence Pugh, maybe? I mean, she was good in Oppenheimer. Or we could just go with the standard answer and just say Zendaya. Down, down to Goblin Town, where Bella Ramsey rules the roost. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? You think we're good on this? Part of me wants to do this all around these things. Oh, you know what? I probably need to make them smaller is what I need to do. Why is this not... Yeah, there we go. One there. Okay. That's probably pretty good. Let's see. We should brainstorm your next map. I believe you owe someone a wizard tower. I do. I do. See, I feel like these lights just like, they'll start and then they just like fade. Guys. Guys. Look at that. Yeah. All right. I like that. Yes, yes, I'll save. Jeepers creepers. Let's see. Let's rename. We're gonna call this boom. I don't know who the Jim Hadar chick from I don't know who that is. I've not watched Starfleet Academy. Nor will I. Let's see. Okay. Boop 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 boo. See, that's not bad. Looking at it from a distance, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see. I did a random search for unknown blonde actresses. Emma Stone? Emma Stone's on this list? She is not unknown. Meryl Streep is not unknown. Laura Dern is not unknown. Uma Thurman is not unknown. Emma Thompson is not unknown. Tilda Swinton is definitely not unknown. Good Lord, what is this list? I've seen worse things in Starfleet Academy. How dare I act smart? Betty Grable. That sounds like somebody from the 40s. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, Betty Grable. Yeah, she would work perfectly. Hey, she was born in St. Louis. Okay. So we're gonna do, let's do a square. So here's the thing about a wizard's tower. It's got to be a dungeon. I just Googled it. I didn't chat GPT it. I Googled it. I didn't have time to make coffee this morning before I started streaming. Well, I lied. I did have time, but I laid in bed and doom scrolled for a little bit. How can a tower be a dungeon? That is a great question. So, by definition, I guess a dungeon would kind of be something that would be colloquially known to be underground. However, in tabletop role-playing game terms, anything can be a dungeon. A dungeon is just a structure which contains many rooms and or areas for which the players to explore and fight and find treasure and things like that. Best casting of Tom would be a Broadway or foreign actor. I tend to agree. And that's one thing. It's like Lord of the Rings was not. I mean, the most famous person. I mean, Hugo Weaving was on there, but I don't know how well Hugo Weaving was known by that point. But Ian McKellen was on there, and he was. I mean, he was really. He was a famous actor, as was Christopher Lee, but those were the two biggest ones. Everybody else, all the main stars were relatively unknowns. A dungeon is an inverse tower. Good point. Good point. So we're gonna do ruined wall. No. Let's see. I'm gonna gather some inspiration right quick. Hey, Tabitha's on. Let's see. Let's gather some inspiration, shall we? Okay. I wonder if it should be. See, I've been replaying the Pokemon games recently. Some of them. I replayed Leaf Green. And one thing that strikes me is the idea of turning this into like a Silph type thing. And for those of you who know what Silph is, it's basically, I mean, it's a dungeon, but in order to progress through the dungeon, you have to step on panels which teleport you to other areas within the dungeon. Wizard Tower with reverse gravity on disorienting people. Interesting. That is interesting. Pardon me while I ponder. English method of rising through the acting ranks used to be focused on moving up through parts of classical Shakespeare, then small television, movies, roles, etc. Yeah. And that's why I say, like someone who's classically trained in musical theater would probably be a good fit for Tom Bombadil. Not that the movie needs to be a musical, but Tom Bombadil is a musical being himself. That's a great question. That's a great question, Huck. Edit map details. Okay. Let's decide a theme first. Sassy said magical creatures. Yeah. There'll be there could be magical creatures here. Enchantment under the sea. Expand on that. What do we mean? What do we mean when we say enchantment under the sea? Oh, we need to change up the music for this because we're still on dance club. Oh, just a joke from the dance in the Back to the Future. Okay. Well, see, I'm kind of thinking about, like, you know, we could have a theme, an overall theme, but I don't know if I want to stick with one. Just because each level could potentially be a different theme. I don't want to make it like Disneyland or anything like that, but it could be. I'll tell you what, why don't we do this? Okay. We'll just say Ilharen's Tower. The wizard Ilharen lives in solitude. His tower with only automaton assistants to keep him company. Let's see. What would his chosen school be? Necromancy level, abjuration, and conjuration. Okay. Yeah, of course he does. But Oh, let's take that back. Let's take that back. Save for only a single simulacrum of his long dead. Save for only a single simulacrum of his long dead wife. Now, how old is this guy? Is he elvish? No. I think he's human. But he is 360 years old. Far too old for any normal human. Ilharen has mastered the arts of conjuration, magics, as well as illusory spells and the art of enchantment. The halls of his tower are guarded with many traps which play tricks on the mind as well as Circles used for the summoning of otherworldly gods. She isn't dead, she just went for milk. Should that be hyphenated? God, the spell check really gets me. Oh, no, I see what I did. Otherworldly guards. Okay, I'm thinking... Alright, now we're just spitballing here. So let's put this in a bullet form. Each floor has a different theme, question mark? Animated armor on every floor mixed with mundane. I kind of like the idea of having just suits of armor everywhere. Maybe that could be one of the floors. It's just like a floor just full of suits of armor. And they don't know which one or ones are animated. The dungeon master in me is like, I'm gonna make these suits of armor too big for players to wear. I'll tell you what, give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So, the wizard needs an enemy. What is your symbolic suit of armor? I'm not sure what you mean by that question. The answer is the suits that are hanging from the ceiling. That's a good answer. Let's see. Here's the actual question that I am curious about. Is this wizard evil? Magical bungee cords for extra movement. So this could be a wizard that is stereotypically evil, bent on, you know, finding a way to summon a demon lord and gain control over it to take over the material plane. Or he could just be a wizard witch. He could just be a wizard which is doing research for something, perhaps pertaining to his now perished wife. Or maybe he is trying to... Interesting. Not evil, just misunderstood. Well, another part of me is like, is this wizard actually alive? Because this could be an old wizard's tower, which has been forgotten over the last 1,000 years, and then all of a sudden, the players have come across some information that maybe this wizard's tower houses some sort of item or tome or weapon, which they need in order to defeat a certain thing. Ooh, that's good. Lawful good but unforgiving. Willing to sacrifice everything to bring his wife back to life, but much to the displeasure of his simulacrum, who believes she is good enough to be his wife. The wizard was Bruce Willis for the entire movie. Both of those things could be true at the same time. Just too removed from real life, too aloof. People are distractions to his now pointless research. Okay. Is bringing his wife back to life, because, I mean, obviously it's well established that a powerful enough wizard or cleric could easily do that. Unless it's in a particular setting where that kind of magic doesn't actually exist or is largely unknown. I think outlawed would be too... I mean, there'd still be too many people who could do it if it was outlawed. So it could be something... There. I like the idea of him having oozes kind of wandering about in his tower, just as, like, the oozes are failed experiments. Like, he tried to bring something back to life, and it just, like, disintegrated into a pile of goo that was now living. He actually succeeded a few times, but she doesn't want to come back. But he removes those memories. Okay. Or, or does the simulacrum remove those memories? Does it destroy his research? Spelled occasion's wrong. Yeah. Yeah. The simulacrum believes itself to be his true wife and doesn't wish him to succeed in his research. Ilharan has almost achieved resurrection on multiple occasions, but the simulacrum either interrupted the casting of the spell or destroyed his research. Having spent so much time with the wizard, the simulacrum has gained a particular acuity. Did I spell that wrong? How did I spell that? For spellcasting herself and is able to wipe certain memories. And she's become jealous for him and has See, I wonder if it might be something where maybe the simulacrum is able to wipe his memory every morning. So he's just kind of living in like a Groundhog Day situation, but is unable to but he doesn't remember anything. An AI peg for Married with Children. I like that. I wonder if she's the one. I wonder if she's the one who basically set the tower up then. Oh man. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're going for is the simulacrum is actually the villain. How this actually affects the tower. I mean, it doesn't really affect the structure of it, but I think it definitely affects what's inside. Because there might be hints of research throughout which there might be hints of research throughout which actually hint at what's going on. Maybe a book or something, a research paper, something that she had forgotten about that actually hints at her creation. But there would also have to be like potentially mad ramblings, which maybe she left behind to perhaps scare off any intruders. I don't know. Ooh. That's a tough one. I like where we're going with this. It's not overly complicated or anything like that, but I think it is good. I think it's good. Yeah. Let me check something right quick here. Let me see. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I think we've got a good start. I do have things which I do want to make sure that I get done today. Unfortunately, I am a big boy and I have responsibilities. But all of that said, I think this is probably where we are going to go ahead and end today's stream because I'm also quite hungry. So, let's see, what's that? The oozes each contain a fragment of the wife's soul, part of the sabotage, and a good ending. Enough surviving oozes come together to say goodbye. Aww. Here, let me jot that down real quick. Where did the notes go? I just had it. How many oozes would there be? I'll just say a number. There we go. I like that. Yep, time to be an adult. So, with that, don't worry. I know you guys are all the world's biggest fans of Jacob's Ladder, and fret not, for I will have the next episode of Jacob's Ladder edited and ready to go long before Friday. So you will be getting another episode on Friday. Sanguine Destiny Wednesday. Tomorrow, our very own Darth Dave will be on for Master Neoathotep on Moonskull, and then also Avenue Studios. Check that out because I'm over there too. And I guess that's all I've got for right now. So if you haven't subbed to the channel, please do so already. If you haven't followed, please do so. Please do so. Leave a comment afterwards. Leave a like if you please. We've been seeing a little bit of a surge of growth, and I want to make sure we keep that train rolling. So with that, I will bid you all adieu. Auf Wiedersehen, Gesundheit, and God bless.